So Jagex have... I don't know what I'm saying. Recently, Jagex is doing a competition to design a weapon for the new update that's coming out, the Giants Foundry. And I should think about what I'm gonna say before I hit record. So recently, Jagex is releasing a new thing called the... Jagex is doing a competition. And one lucky RuneScape player who designs the best weapon can have their weapon in the game. And now, a side of my job that a lot of people don't know is how much time I spend in Blender, the 3D animating software to make most of my thumbnails. So I thought it'd be fun today if we have a little Blender excursion and I design a weapon for the game that hopefully will get into the game. Chances low, I'm not very clever or creative or talented, but I'm gonna try because it sounds like fun. My idea is the human whip. Now, RuneScape has this obsession using spines as weapons. So I thought, why not the Giants do the same sort of thing, but with humans? And I'm gonna talk you through the process of how you can make anything RuneScape related in Blender. If I can do it, any of you watching it could do it. And the more people that have access to the tools to create art, the better our community is for it. So this is Blender, a free design software. Say hello me. Here I am, and I'm looking mighty fine. So the first step of any sort of RuneScape project is you gotta log in the game and you gotta get the models. Now there was a plugin developed by Goody called the Model Exporter. If you download this, it allows you to shift click on pretty much anything and extract the model, and then you can use it in Blender. I usually just pick one that I like. Who do we like? I like the look of this guy. And this will give you everything you've got out. I can now manipulate that as much as I want. So let's go chuck him in Blender. A, B, C, D, E, human whip. There we go. Now I have to do my ABCs every time. But here we go. And it chucks our dude into Blender. And they're always stupidly big, so you gotta make him smaller. He looks a bit ugly. And that's a problem with the exporter, is it takes the model and computes the shading, and it does some weird stuff so that they always come out a little bit wrong. And this thing that little Smokey taught me, you can add this add-on, Material Utilities, this one right here. This thing is phenomenal, and it means that you can basically manipulate the materials of any object. This is going to be very information dense and not that funny. And then you press this arrow, you go clean slots, clean material slots, and now... what the fuck happened to it? There we go. Now we got a white, weird guy. So we log back onto RuneScape, and we get a picture of him. Dude, stand still, man. You're staring at a wall, dude. Let me take a picture of you. This is what I do for every thumbnail, by the way. It might seem tedious, and it is. And we chuck that picture into Blender here. So now we've got an in-game screenshot, and all I'm going to do is essentially replace all of the shitty materials with the good in-game materials. And that's how you can make people look like this and not like this. To see how much worse this guy looks compared to this guy. One good tip that Smokey gave me was never change the color, just change the brightness. I can make him bright blue if I wanted to. The next part is called being lazy. Now, I could grab a model and do that all again, but you see, I've done this countless times, so why don't we just go ahead and go to... I haven't cleaned these files in a year, so it's not exactly easy to see. At this point, it would be faster. No, what? Oh, this is this thumbnail. Sorry, I'm trying to find this thing that I'm looking for. I have a human skeleton. I used it in one of my thumbnails. It would save me so much more time if I was organized. So I couldn't find it. I gave up looking pretty quick, but we can do it pretty easily just by exporting one of these skeletons over here. Now, who looks like they've got a nice spine? All right, now we get ourselves a giant corpse, and it even comes with a sword in it. And now this is going to be the foundation for our whip, and it's going to require a lot of work on my half. His pelvis looks pretty good. I wanted it to have like a bony end, you know? But none of this really has a bony end. This Squid Game thumbnail here has a bow in it that looks like a real bow. So I kind of want that to be the base of our handle. Even though I know anatomically correctly speaking, the spine doesn't have a little bony end. But I feel like it'll add to the spice if we use one of these. So if I just go in here and I copy and paste, this is what's important. You'll have to work once. Work smarter, not harder. This bone here can be the basis of our spine. Let's make him a lot bigger. That doesn't really make sense. Oh, I'm gonna say now, this is significantly more ambitious than my skills allow. But alright, we'll stick with this size, and then we gotta turn this into a whip. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I'm doing something. This is weirdly long. Is that... No, actually. No, I like it. Why has it got this kink in it? Let's fix this kink. That's a pretty good whip. It looks so dumb. Trust me, it'll look great. It'll look great. Have some faith in me. Let's get back to work.
Parlez-vous français? I do, just a little. Picked it up from a waitress in Silver Lake. She told me her father...
Does that look like a spine? I mean, you can kind of get the gist that it's a spine, you know? It's not, it's a weird... It's not perfect. No, I like it. I like it. You can tell it's a spine. That's all I'm really going for. I just want you to look at it immediately and think spine.
In France and overjoyed. Thinks his daughter's living the Hollywood life. On a blow-up mattress and 4 roommates.
So this here is our whip. I mean, it's missing something. Should I give it little arms? I kind of like it. You know what? It's growing on me. I think we need to add like structural integrity, you know? Like we need to add like some leather, I think. Maybe we tie it all together with leather. I want giants to use humans as a whip. Is that too much to ask for here? You look at it from this side, it's kind of cool. Look at it from this side. Don't look at it from this side.
It's a mistake. I just wanna be with you in the California sun. I just wanna be with you in the California sun.
Yeah, no, this didn't work out as well as I was hoping it would. I wanted it to make it look like there was a strap tying the head on, but it sort of just looks like it's painted a weird color. This bit looks cool. I like the look of this bit. You get the gist. I'll leave it. I don't know how to tie things down in real life, let alone in Blender. Do I want to add some red to it? Ooh, that might look good. Oh, that's a good touch. I like that. Just like a gross little bit of red in between all the spine segments. It makes it look a little bit more bloody. Do we want it a little bit more bloody?
I just wanna be with you in the California sun. I just wanna be with you in the California sun. A little smile tattooed on his knee, a reminder drawn out by his reason for everything. He hopes that...
There we go. I think my vision came together a bit better that time. It's not amazing. Again, not an artist. I do shitty cum jokes, but I like it. It sort of looks like they've tied it together with leather. Maybe I'll do leather straps along every bit of the spine. But I feel like that might be too much. But yeah, look, they're sort of like little dangling straps and things. Here, wait, let's try and make it the same color as this. There you go, that suits more. Now it looks like a hill giant pulled out a human spine and turned it into a whip, which is the vibe I'm going for here. I actually really like it. Yeah, it doesn't really go with the vibe of the Foundry, but I really like it. I don't think we need to add any more. You get the gist. If this does win, Jagex, add more straps for me. Yeah, this one just doesn't follow the laws of physics at all, but I put it on there anyway. That has no structural integrity, but I'm struggling to figure out how straps work. So now I gotta make it look like a whip, and I think the easiest way to do that is to rig up each bone. Now I'm very bad at rigging, but let's see if we can do this. Also means I can make it animate if I wanted to. I don't. Whenever I need to animate anything, I just DM Ingy and go, Ingy, how do I make it work?
One day you'll live in Malibu, write a song that makes it on the radio.
Let's see if this works. It's a very rudimentary rig. Now it should work that if I bend one of these, the whole thing should bend. No, I fucked it. I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial. I got it. I don't know what I did, but now when I bend the bones, the whole thing moves. Yay! So I want to somewhat base it on the Abyssal Whip, which, if we look at the character model, it goes in a loop and then wobbles down. Well, actually, I want it to be whacking, so maybe we actually go up. So we go up. Oh god, this is kind of fucked. Let's look at it. Oh, this is kind of fucky. I kind of love it though. This is super fucked. I should add some more red splatters. I think it needs more red in it. Let's add more red. Now for the fun part. Now we make it a scene. So this is my boy and I want him to be whacking. So I gotta pose him in a way that looks like he's whacking.
I just wanna be with you in the California sun. I just wanna be.
Look, admittedly, again, not my strong point. He looks more scared than scary, which is what I was going for scary, but let's make him more scared. Fuck it. Let's make him terrified for using a human whip. Let's just make his eyebrows like, oh no, oh no. Does that look more scared? This is how I make the faces in my thumbnails. You just go, oh, there you go. Now he looks so scared. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, I don't know how I got this human whip, but I don't like it.
I just wanna be with you in the California sun. I just wanna be with you in the California sun. If I've learned
Look, as much as I love the scared thing, it's really not doing the weapon much. It looks so dumb now. I told you, I'm not much of an artist, but like this is a pretty cool angle. If we go like here, we go, oh, I'm so scared of my human whip. I kind of love it. We should give him my hat. Let me, here you go. Here's Hanannie the hill giant. Alright, I'm happy. I'm really not doing my weapon idea justice, but it's a concept art, you know? I'll let the eggheads over at Jagex figure it out. I just want to make a cool whip. There you go. That's me if I'm a hill giant with a human whip. I want the whip to be the main focus, but also it's kind of funny just having the hill giant a bit in shock. I love it. I'm pretty proud of it. I want to add like specks of blood, but it's too much work. You get the idea with my human whip. It's a cool idea. I love the idea. Alright, so it's time for one of the fun parts now. You see, there's a guy called Trillion, and he invented this incredible exporter that exports environments. So if you want to be better at making art, feel free to DM him. I don't know if it's open to the public yet, but if you DM him and ask politely, I'm sure he'll give it to you. And this makes everything so much easier. Like, I used to have to build environments from scratch. This is why all my old thumbnails are in a weird void. But yeah, now all my thumbnails have cool environments because this exporter is phenomenal. But anyway, so we go world, change region. Let's go with the hill giant cave. 12,441. And then now, look at that. It loads up the hill giant cave for us. We could even put it in, do we want to put it in Obor's little area? That could be fun. I was thinking just chuck it in here, but let's chuck it in Obor's area. So now we just export. Uh-oh. I think it's about to crash. No, there we go. Well, I don't know what's happening. I'm going to save and quit. All right, so I've chucked her in him. I don't know. It's a hill giant. I've chucked them in Obor's lair. I've kind of, the skeleton that we originally used is kind of sitting in the corner here, so I'm gonna keep them in the shot a little bit, but I don't want to take away from the human whip, so maybe we just, like, that's a kind of cool shot there. But next is the fun part. We get to add lights, so we got to figure out how do we want to light this cave to make our little hill giant human whoop look impressive.
anything, it's to take what you want, well, you've got it. And the world doesn't owe me, so I won't take it for granted. I just wanna be.
So like, I don't hate this. You don't get a good impression of the human whip, which is kind of the intention. Maybe I'll make another one that's just a picture of the whip. I like it. You know what? I'm gonna hit render. Now we do the fun part, and I come back in 10 minutes. Now we chuck it in GIMP, another free software. Up the saturation a little. This is what I do for every thumbnail. Up the saturation slightly. That's too much. Up the contrast and brightness. Give it a vignette. Bada bing, bada boom, 3 seconds and it looks more professional. Now I figure out how to submit it, because I don't know. I guess I'm just going to post it on Reddit and Twitter and hope the person who's meant to find it finds it. I've still got 12 hours to officially submit it. I just don't know what the process is. There we go, I found the submission form, which means we've officially submitted the human whip. Let's see if Jagex like it. I think it turned out great. Look at this thing. I'm so proud of it. It looks great. I want the human whip in the game. There's no way they're gonna allow the human whip to be a finalist, but I had fun making it. So I just finished editing the video you just watched and are watching. It's time to check Reddit. Let's see how well the picture's doing. Hey, there we go. We're on the front page. We got at least 30 upvotes. Why does that giant look like he's the sort that wears Crocs? Are you insulting my hat? Well, the people seem to like it, so I like the hat. Yay, someone likes the hat. They're great. It is a great idea. I think the people like it, and I think I'm really proud of it. Now we wait, I guess. Let's see if it gets in the game. If you have any questions about Blender or stuff, feel free to DM me. I would love to help out anyone. Granted, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. Vote for this if it's a vote. I don't even know the system, man.